everyone, welcome back to Chanel's Crohn's and Colitis channel, where we talk all things Crohn's and Colitis. My name is Chanel, and today you are going to be coming along with me as I prep for my annual colonoscopy. So because over the last couple years I have gotten these done on an annual basis, and before that I got them done every 2 to 3 years, I feel like I've got the colonoscopy prep process down pat at this point, so I wanted to take you guys along to see what I do and hopefully give you guys some ideas whenever you have your next colonoscopy. So to start, I just wanted to shout out my sister-in-law. She got me this coffee mug for my birthday a couple days ago, and didn't really think anything of it, but right when I opened it, I was like, that looks like a nice healthy colon. I know that wasn't your intention for getting me the cup, but it is now officially going to be my YouTube channel mug, and that's where I'm drinking my black coffee this morning. This is allowed in colonoscopy prep. I didn't used to drink black coffee with my colonoscopy prep or ever before Entyvio because I wasn't able to handle it, but now I can, so I figured I would include it in my prep. You usually stop eating anything solid about 24 hours before your colonoscopy. I had my black coffee, so I've been drinking this. I've been drinking some coconut water, many different brands of this. It's all very good, all very hydrating. You can also have black tea if coffee's not your thing, green tea, just any kind of clear liquid. My doctors specifically prescribed me the MiraLAX colonoscopy prep process. I know some people have those big jugs that you have to chug, and I think I've maybe been given that prep once or twice. Did not like it. I've also been given the prep that includes those, I forget what brand they are, what they called, but they're slightly carbonated little glass bottles where you have to drink a couple of those, and those just make me totally sick. I can't do it. So this is definitely my preferred colonoscopy prep. It's always worked really well for me. Doctors always remark that I'm very cleaned out, and it's not so horrendous. I know there's no possible colonoscopy prep day that's ever pleasant, but I feel like this process is not so bad. So if you have any ability to request the kind of prep you get from your doctor, ask for this one. So at noon, we're gonna start by taking a couple of these MiraLAX laxative tablets, and then continue the clear liquids throughout the day. And at 6 p.m., we begin with the first half of the powder in this bottle, pouring it into this 28-ounce bottle of Gatorade and drinking that. I believe it's within the first hour. You have to finish the whole thing. That is pretty tough to do because although the MiraLAX is unflavored, it does change the viscosity of the Gatorade a little bit, so it makes it a little difficult to stomach. And I'm sure if you are an IBD veteran, you've had a colonoscopy and you understand. But if this is your first time having a colonoscopy, don't worry, it's not that bad. It's of course unpleasant, and being cleaned out of your system is unpleasant. Your booty does get a little sore, but not the worst thing in the world. And then I believe at midnight, you gotta do it all again with the other half of the MiraLAX into a second bottle of Gatorade. I personally like to do it with blue. Just try and avoid, or make sure and avoid, anything on colonoscopy prep day that has red dye. So throughout the day, I like to get hard candies that I can suck on because it keeps my mouth busy and it makes me not think so much about the fact that I'm hungry. I really like Werther's hard caramel candies. I also enjoy Jolly Ranchers. Just, of course, make sure and remove the red ones so you can eat all the green, blue, and purple that you want. And then gummy bears. Same rule of thumb with the red ones, just pick those out or have a loved one eat them for you. That's what my husband does. All very good things to keep your mouth busy and preoccupied. Something else that people enjoy prepping with is Jell-O. It's something I used to do, but I found that I would always buy a bunch of Jell-O for colonoscopy prep day, and then I'd never get around to eating it. I'm just not a big Jell-O fan personally, so I've decided to stop buying that for my colonoscopy prep days because it just goes uneaten and then it just sits there. So with Jell-O, also make sure not to any red or orange. I think they're now saying popsicles are also really good if my colonoscopies ever fall in the summer. I like to get some popsicles to enjoy when it's really hot. Right now it is early April and not that hot, so I didn't get any popsicles this time around. And then something that I think is essential and I really enjoy having throughout the day is bone broth. This one specifically is a turmeric ginger flavor, which is okay, just as long as it's clear. They also have, I think it's Campbell's brand, but don't quote me on that, but they have some that are actually in those sipping soup cups. Those are also really nice because they're just, you know, pre-sipper friendly. You don't have to pour it into a mug or do anything like that. But that is a really good change of pace throughout the day because it's not so much sweet stuff and it's actually savory, and it kind of tricks your mind into thinking that you're eating something a little more substantial. A couple other things I like to have: Sprites or ginger ales, again, any kind of like clear soda, just to change it up a bit in textures like carbonations, things like that. So that's kind of a rundown of all the prep that I have purchased for the day. And I will be taking you along with me as the day progresses and I get more and more cleaned out. Here we go. All right, we're getting close on this channel, are we not? So I feel like it's fine. We can have these toilet talks, I'm gonna call them. So we're on bathroom trip number 1 of colonoscopy prep day. I recently got gifted a bidet for my birthday, which I think I mentioned was a couple of days ago. And it's kind of funny how life changes and how excited you get for things like a cup that looks like a colon and a bidet that you can install and attach to your toilet. But I gotta say, as someone who is living with a permanent seton, the bidet is life-changing. Life-changing. So if you are one of my followers that also has a seton, either temporary or permanent, if you are able to put a bidet in, life-changing. I have to say though, this is my first colonoscopy prep day using a bidet, which I think will also be life-changing. So, all right, see you again. We've hit 3 p.m. The hunger is definitely more present, starting to make itself known. I've been sucking on a lot of candies. I have been drinking bone broth, drinking a lot of water, drinking some Sprite, just trying to mix up flavors and textures to distract myself. And the laxatives have begun working. More frequent restroom visits. Things are starting to get looser. So, all right, it is 6 o'clock and it is officially time to begin the MiraLAX portion of the prep. So, instructions are to get your 28-ounce Gatorade, your MiraLAX, and we're gonna be mixing half of this bottle into this whole bottle of Gatorade. I'm never super exact with measuring because you're gonna be drinking all of it anyway. The next time you have to finish the other bottle of Gatorade and the other half of the MiraLAX. Oh, that came out way too fast. Should have let that sunk in a little bit. I don't think this is quite gonna fit in this bottle, so I will be right back and I'm gonna put it in a pitcher. All right, now that we got that all cleaned up, back to what we should have been doing in the first place, because obviously adding volume to an already full container is going to make it spill over. That was my stupid mistake. So anyways, pouring Gatorade into the pitcher. As I was saying, measuring it out exactly doesn't really matter because you're going to be drinking the whole thing anyways. So it's usually pretty easy to kind of feel out where half of the bottle is. So the next time we're going to be finishing the rest of the MiraLAX powder with the other 28-ounce Gatorade is going to be exactly 6 hours before check-in time. My check-in time is 7:30 a.m. I believe. So I will be waking up at around 1:30 a.m. to finish the other bottle. Typically before bed, I will prep that solution into back into the bottle so that when I wake up in the middle of the night, I can just not have to go through all of this, basically. So I'm going to stir this up a little more, put it back into the Gatorade bottle, and slowly complete drinking that solution within the next hour. It is bedtime now. The nausea has set in. My stomach is making all kinds of weird noises. There are many bathroom trips happening, and we've gone full liquid. So we should be good to go with that final 28-ounce Gatorade that I will be drinking at 1:30. And let's hope for an easy night. We're on our way this morning to the appointment for the colonoscopy. I feel extremely nauseous. Didn't get much sleep between the restroom visits and the baby and our dog. I was up pretty much all night. So I'm very excited for this nap I'm going to be taking. And excited to get some food in me afterwards. We're back at home now. The procedure has been completed. Everything went very well, very smooth. I feel great. I feel a little sleepy still and just totally not myself, but I got some food in me, so I feel like my energy is back up, the nausea is gone, and I'm feeling just fine. So thanks for coming along and watching the colonoscopy process and how it all went. Thanks again for tuning into CCCC TV, and we'll see you next time. Make sure to like and subscribe.